Hello guys, welcome to my channel. Today on this video I will try to clarify to you guys is it worth to summon for Firelynx or not. First let's watch the promotional video they made for him. They give you some tips about his gameplay. So some things composition for him. So he's very good in GVG, like Relic Wars for example. Because he can decrease your ability to healing or using potions. So in the Familiar Arena, he decreases the healing also from the other heroes. So they're suggesting some good partners for him. So that's Firelynx, and he's a very solid attacker actually. He is Firelynx. And he can reduce the healing abilities of the enemy, and it's very useful against players. But there is one tricky thing. For example, Lava Valley, you cannot use the potions. Only a few heroes can use healing, like Engineer. So basically in Lava Valley setting, he's very good against it because he can reduce, or he even say, very good attacker for fire and the engineers. And use the enemy play healing abilities like potions, skills and familiars. So he's very good in this aspect. Also, if you have a mono team of fire element, he's very useful. So he can deal with very strong attack and decrease potion, HP healing skills by a moderate percentage and boost damage by a small percentage for each familiar in your party. So if you have a Miti or Kona, that's another is very good team for him. Or even Multi-Lion. So reduce HP skills and by moderate percentage also in the adventure and the arena. So before we go, I will show you guys what his skills do exactly. So here we have Firelynx in the Korean server. So he increases your fire damage for each familiar you have in the team. So since he's Awaken 1, he just increased 1% for each familiar. But if you have a Awaken 10, 3%. So keep that in mind. So you need like 7 copies to have you maximize this passive. So that makes him very good in a mono fire team. So this is his active skill, and that's what makes him very special. So he have this basic attack is 223, and also if you get in his breath is 31%, but there's a side effect. For 5 seconds you reduce the target enemy HP potion recover by 15%. So that makes him very good against engineers. So let's check. So this just, let's see the maximum awaken. Oh my god, 30% decrease. That's very effective. So here's in the Familiar Arena or Familiar Adventure. He can deal 453 of attack, and for 6 seconds reduce the healing skills by and recovery by 25%. So this can be a very big difference in some things against like Shrimpaler. Some of the healers, they can really make your team survive much easily. So he can be a good counter in this aspect. So that's very nice. If we check the tier list, he is one of the top. Actually, these two are very good partners. In 2 weeks, we have the Kona. So if you check Kona, they will suggest here. Where is it? Here. They say it's a good partner for him. That's a good team composition actually. For Familiar Arena. So they use this a lot. So you guys must be thinking, oh, he must be a good familiar to summon. I don't think so. If you are free to play, of course, or low spender. Because actually, he will enter to the common banner. So this is very important. We can get him by hatching the egg. So that's very good point. He's not limited. Here's the Korean server. We can check here is always available in the familiar banners. You can see Firelynx here. Even Kona, but Kona will be later. He'll be available. And if you guys want a suggestion, I think Kona next week, in 2 weeks, is a good investment. Because he can fit in very different things and very useful for PvP. Firelynx, I feel like in Familiar Arena they don't use a lot. And actually in the PvP, I don't see a lot of him. At least now, after 1 year. Maybe when they launched him, he was very popular. If you are really free to play, so I really suggest you to go in Helix and also Dodonian. Angelux, I think they call him. Because they have a much more wide range of usage. And you have to save like 400 tickets. Or 20,000 diamonds, so it's a lot of work. So if you spend like in this familiar that you can get by hatching the egg, I cannot recommend. But if you are a whale, you can make a deck for him. And when you face sometimes Lava Valley happens a lot. You are fighting against a mono engineer team. Is very good against it. So you guys must be thinking, why you suggest Kona? He'll be in the banner also. But you cannot get Kona by egg hatching. And he'll be available in the common banner much later, like after 6 months, 1 year. And he can synergize with the other attack type familiars, particularly meat. But he can mono attack team, he can be very good. So Firelynx I recommend only for whales or someone that have a fire build. In the future we have this kind of a joker that increases your fire damage. So if you make a mono fire deck or a build, this can be very useful, and you put together with your Firelynx and Kona and meat, you can have a very good team. It's not available yet. This one we have available in the global, and it drops from the Fire Knight Ras in the Kindle dungeon, this one. So in the future it will be available. So here we are in the Familiar Arena. So let's check the top 100 if they are using Firelynx. So you see, she's everywhere, in the cat also. Even this tower, of course, they have 10 copies of it, makes a lot of difference. Even the cactus. So you see, there's no Firelynx here. In the mountain lion here. So you can see Kona. Oh, here one. One person is using it. Wow, this one is very stacked. This one, this toy. So you see, one person is using for more attacking team. Maybe he used this against like other teams that have a lot of healing. So he can be a good usage in this aspect, but considering that we can get him by egg hatching, I don't think it's a good idea investing your tickets or your diamonds. So Firelynx, the good side of him, he's good in the Helix Wars because he can decrease the usage of potions. But aside from that, I don't think it's a good option, fully good. Maybe if you have a full fire party, can be very good, like I said before. But if you're a low spender, I recommend Kona. Kona have much more longer usage. And he actually he'll appear, you can skip him, because he appears now in 1 year of game. And he appears again before he appeared in the 6 months. So Kona, we only have 2 more chances to throw tickets or diamonds. So I think that's it for Firelynx. And my recommendations, like I said before, if you are free to play, save for Kona, Dodonian or Helix. Because even if you don't try to get him this banner, he'll be available more easily later. And if you are whale and you have hard time against engineers, or sometimes if you play in the Helix Wars, that you face many players there, it can be a good option. But that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and see you on the next video.